This is Berlin's Nazi-era bear pit. How the hell did we end up with one of those? Well, the year was 1937 and Berlin was celebrating its 700th anniversary. Was the city really founded in 1237? No, but there is a document from that year that's the oldest document that mentions Berlin, and so that's often just earmarked as the city's anniversary. There you go. While these celebrations were going on, an open letter was published in a newspaper that said that the people of Berlin would really like a few live bears to represent the city. Why bears? Well, as far as we know, the bear has been the symbol of Berlin since 1280. The bear to this day is in the state flag on a white field with 2 red stripes, so bears do symbolize Berlin. And so where to put the bears? Well, this park was chosen right in the center of the city, and there was a little building here that was used by the local street cleaning authority. That was torn down, and then this thing was built up, and not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 bears were popped inside in the summer of 1939 to be put on display for the public. This is the kind of thing that was quite popular. Yes, would be considered cruel by today's standards. And it would be especially cruel. These bears were here right the way through the Second World War. They were fed on a diet of vegetables grown nearby. They were also fed horse meat and bread that was deemed no longer fit for human consumption. Another bear was added in 1941, and of these 5 bears, only 1 of them managed to survive World War II, and he was then moved over to the Berlin Zoo following the war. Then we get to the 1950s, we've got an empty bear pit in what is now East Berlin. And the East Germans decide to take a couple of bears from the Leipzig Zoo up here, and they've kept bears here in some form really for a long time since then, not anymore, but actually a bit longer than you would expect. When the wall came down and a lot of change was coming into this city as it reunified, there was a bit of a movement to get rid of the bear pit, and instead of getting rid of it, they added heating, they made it a bit more comfortable. The decision was then made in the early 2000s that the bears that were currently here would be the last bears that were here. And when they died, the last one died in 2015, well, not only no more bears, but the whole thing has been turned into a little arts centre. Isn't that fantastic?